Hello to all my friends out there. Hi, you guys. I literally had to repark 3 times. It's so sunny. And when the sun hits you in the side of the face for 10 or 15 minutes, it will really give you a headache, even with sunglasses. So first thing is take shelter. If it's hot, park in the shade. If it's cold, find shelter, a parking garage or something. So okay, I'm out here in California and I'm seeing stuff. And what I saw was, I saw some rather prosperous looking people who had evacuated, and they had big trucks, but those trucks were covered with like mud and you know, it looked like they had come from a cold, snowy place. But I always thought I'd be a nurse, because when I looked at those trucks, I just got this feeling like they had escaped with their lives. It was that bad. So now stuff is coming out, you know how bad it is. And one of the men who lives in Texas, alert, evacuating immediately, 3 million still without water, housing crisis emerging, plan now, full spectrum survival. And my followers probably pretty much follow him. But what he mentioned was a $20 water purifier, Sawyer Mini. Let me give you a shot of this. It's really sunny. It's sunny here. Full spectrum survival. So I'm out here in California, and you know, I'm watching this thing play out in Texas. And I'm thinking there better be strong support for those Texans from the White House. There better be. If there is not, I do not believe President Biden is going to last. As of right now, what a lot of us are doing is we're just saying to ourselves, okay, I'm not spending any money for the next 4 years. I've been in my car. It's almost the end of the month. You have seen me. You know, when the babies are freezing, when the old people are dying of hypothermia, I'd say that's like an emergency. I would want to see some very strong support. I would want to see you on TV addressing those people. I would want to see assistance coming to those people. And if it doesn't, and if you live in a red state like that, I would move to a blue state. I think it's that dangerous. Okay, so I want to see strong support for those Texans. It's very scary, and it's very, very bad. And it's not going to get better either, you guys. Okay, so I did a little video, prepare, buy extra cans every time you go to the store. So I was watching the pastor, the one that I thought was really pretty good, but actually there was kind of like an underlying attitude of, well, if you had been listening to Jim Bakker and I, first of all, I wouldn't listen to Jim Bakker, for 10 years, things would be okay with you. But if there's not, you better run to the store and you better stock up a lot. Okay, that is not possible when a lot of people don't have jobs. These are the kind of people I would avoid like the plague. What I want to do is encourage my followers to be very, very careful and prepare little by little. That way you're not apt to buy stuff you really don't need. I will show you the Sawyer Mini. I will buy one probably today. I don't think anywhere's safe, you know, any big cities are safe without water. I have a water filter on my refrigerator, but I don't know if that counts. Okay, so some of us are going to ourselves, alarm, alarm, alarm. Not panic, but time to watch our you-know-whats. I had a conversation with my son, and it was about $2,700. And I said, you know, we better be very careful, because these days that is nothing. And you know what the truth is? These days that is nothing. And I remember many years ago, it was a bad recession, and nobody had any cash. And my husband was at work, and I took $3,400 or $500 out of a bank, and this guy was moving the house rent to own, and I went, and there was a little house. I'll show you a picture of it if I can find it. And I said to the guy, I like this house. I would like to rent your house to buy. And he said, well, there's a lot of people here. And I said, well, I have $3,400, $500 in my purse. And I had gone to a lot of trouble at that time to get it out of the bank. My dad had to come down and help me. And I said, I have $3,400 in my purse, and I can give it to you right now. Now, I was young, like when you're young or stupid, you don't know anything. And he looked at his wife and he said, well, the kids want to go to Disneyland. So he says, okay, you stop over to our house and you sign some papers. And he gave me the keys to the house right then and there. And I gave him the $3,400. And when you are broke and you have a house payment, and some lady comes with $3,400 on a Friday afternoon, that can be a lifesaver. So we want to save our money. Okay, now on this alert, evacuate immediately, 3 million still without water. You cannot live without water. Housing crisis emerging, plan now, full spectrum survival. I saw this woman and she was begging, literally begging for money. And I said, listen, do you need food? And she says, no, it's not that. It's just that I don't want to take my kids to a, what is this called? A shelter. And I got home that night and I was so disturbed, and I thought, wow, I don't blame her. You're sleeping, and your little kids, and that is just horrifying. Basically, you're not sleeping. But anyway, and I was thinking, and I had noticed she had a little Ford Ranger truck. And I thought, wow, if she could get somebody to lend her a camper shell. So, if you're in one of these places and you've got a truck, if you can just locate a cheap camper shell and get out of there. And another thing is, I heard and he mentions the real estate crash, what they're not talking about is people are losing their mobile homes. So what I would say, and so right now we're seeing inflation. Okay, this conversation of $2,700 is nothing. Out here, your utilities are $500, and in Texas, the utilities you have to pay, and they're probably a lot higher than that. So people are losing their mobile homes, and what I would expect is what will happen is when this inflation runs its course, then we will have deflation, and there's going to be mobile homes that people can rent. The owners are just going to take the mobile homes because the rent has not been paid either. Why do I know this? Because I used to date someone who owned a travel trailer park. Yes, in my 9 lives. Okay, so there's going to be trailer parks and trailers that can be rented. So I would do a search and try to find a cheap trailer park that would rent me a trailer. I'm sure they're out there, and coincidentally they don't mention this much. Okay, so now maybe a lot of you are doing the Dave Ramsey thing, trying to save $1,000. Well, there's more than one way to skin a cat. I saved at least $1,000 by 2 different methods. One, I bought a silver coin every now and then, and it has they're worth more now, to the tune of about at least $1,000. And I bought an Uber stock every now and then, so I have $2,000. So now I'm buying Kroger stock. Why Kroger? Because one thing we have to have is food and water. Okay, for water, I like Sparklets, Ramona, and Arrowhead. And I can get Sparklets at Smart and Final. So, and another thing about the Kroger stock is it's $34 per share. Okay, I'm a poor person. I like to buy an entire share, so, I can't buy a Bitcoin. So, every now and then, I will, maybe once a month, maybe twice a month, maybe if I get extra money, not the $2,700, I will buy a Kroger stock for $34, and I will just hang on to it. But if I needed money, I would sell it. Okay, now, another thing I started, and I want to encourage my followers. Okay, say you're the kind of person, well, I have my act together, and I have nothing to worry about. I have my 401k stock, or I am fine. Okay, first of all, they make money when the stock market is good. If the stock market crashes, it's not good. So, what happens a lot of times, and this happened to me. Okay, what happened to me was I got a drinking problem and I could not stop. So I had to go crawl in to Alcoholics Anonymous and accept help. But basically, there is no help at Alcoholics Anonymous. They just, hold your hand and it's going to be okay. But what you have to realize is that your only help is going to come from God himself. So you may be stuck in one of these situations. At some point, something is going to get you. You're not going to get through this, on self-reliance, most generally. Something is going to kick your butt. So what you have to do is just say, okay, there's bad, and there's really, really bad. And something really bad is going to happen, and we have to rely on God, which isn't easy because he's invisible. Some people say he doesn't even exist. Okay, so you're going to have to rely on some kind of source. You're going to have any choice, like when my husband was in Vietnam. Okay, fighting the Vietnamese War. Okay, and all the rest of our military as well. So now so what I did is I set up this little account thing that is for nothing except evacuation. I mean, just like talking about the guy with the 3,000, I don't even have $1. Well, what I'm doing is I'm saving my change, and then, that's counting for part of the 100 when I cash it in, Okay, so now I want to talk about something. In the end of times, we're supposed to see 1/3 of the birds and the fishes dying. Okay, I was watching a video, and a huge amount of the fresh fish are dying and 30% of the birds. So this is a bad sign. This may indicate, it may not, but it may indicate the end of time. So be aware that the birds and the fish are being breached. They're dying. Okay, now I have some cleaning tips for you. Okay, I'm getting ready to clean up my kitchen, and you may notice I have the white cupboards. 1/2 simple green, 1/2 water. And those white Mr. Clean sponges, they have a cheap brand at the dollar. You just rub that up and you can wipe them down and you'll get very, very clean surfaces. And then the other one that is really good, say if you have kind of a grimy bathtub, not a good idea. Remember, if anything happens, fill your bathtub with water. When the water becomes clean now, just keep your water in your old bottles. Anything, your Coke bottles, your water bottles. Okay, Now for the bathtub, 1/2 dish soap and 1/2 white vinegar. I happen to have a gallon of white vinegar in my trunk as we speak. So you just lather it up, leave it a few minutes, and you should be able to wash all the grime off. Okay, now I want to talk to you just real quick about the 20 items. Last night I just did a quick video knowing that today I was going to go over this a little bit more. Okay, the first thing I had on there was 100 tea bags for $1. The reason I put tea is because tea doesn't require hot water. You can just put your tea bags in water and it's better than nothing. And you get 100 bags. I use 2 black tea bags for 4 cups of water. 4 cups of water for 2 tea bags from Dollar Tree. So I think that's why I put tea. I heard in Texas they just wish they had some coffee, some hot coffee. It's so bad there. Okay, now the thing you're apt to run out of is fruit, vegetables, and bread. I have known people for the last 11 days before they got their pay were going without bread. And so you might be going, well, you don't need bread. Well, I will tell you that I had cheese, I had budding ham and cheese sandwich was good. But the point is, last night in the middle of the night, I was eating big bowls of cereal. So if you stockpile biscuit mix, you can make biscuits, you can make pancakes, or what I do a lot of times is I just flatten them out like flatbreads and fry them in a little oil. And then crackers. So if you don't have any bread, but I buy the wheat crackers $1.24 at Walmart, and also I buy the cereal at Walmart. It's the best cereal and it's probably the cheapest. And then the other thing is milk. It's going to make life so much better because if you have milk, then you can eat milk on your cereal. You can get gravy. And if you have Velveeta cheese, you can make macaroni and cheese. Any kind of milk you like. Also, Dollar Tree has almond milk and soy milk if you despise animal products. And then, various canned meats. Potatoes, rice, and beans. So, okay, that's all I'm going to say on that right now. Now, I have a couple more things I want to say, if I can find them. Okay, I watch videos on fashion, and they make a lot of good points, but some of their points are not so good. One is, do not buy cheap sunglasses. Go to your thrift store and wait until they get stuff. See these sunglasses? These are Vera Wang sunglasses. I bought them for $1. I took them to Walmart and I had them adjusted. If you are into any kind of fashion, why should you wear cheap sunglasses when you can buy them so cheap? You're not going to be able generally to find Gucci sunglasses for $1, but the sunglasses are these are much better sunglasses than an $11 pair of sunglasses. For one thing, I sell clothes, so okay, watches. I buy them. I like a stainless steel watch, and I buy them very, very cheap. I like a nice stainless steel watch. This is a Bulgari watch, and I buy them, and I get batteries, and I get them repaired, and I could sell them, but I like a nice watch myself. So get yourself a nice watch. You saw me wear my Invicta watch that I bought at the thrift store, and just keep your eye out, and take your time. You can't find everything instantaneously. This is a very beautiful watch. I bought that at a thrift store. It's a very nice watch. No, I didn't. I bought it for $5 at the swap meet. And then purses. Don't buy some cheap purse. Don't go crazy. Okay, see this purse? I said, wow, you know, this is, and it's got a crossbody strap. I sell these. But I was at Macy's. Okay, girls, if you need purses and you live in San Diego, the Macy's in Grossmont Center, this is a no-name brand, but they have these at Macy's. And this is a nice sturdy purse. Like if you just wear a pair of jeans and a shirt, you're gonna look nice. You have your sunglasses, you have your nice watch, and you buy a nice purse. And they have, see, they have a markdown upstairs at Macy's. And they had these purses, the one I just showed you, marked down to $20. So you can get yourself a nice purse. So sunglasses, purses, watches, sweaters are great to buy at thrift stores. You have to, you know, browse all the time. It's not going to kill you. Start watching your money. Okay, you guys, please like, comment, and subscribe, and God bless you all.